This is Jordan Peterson, and you ought to bloody well be watching the chess misinformation stream.
We are going to look at another classic game of chess. This time, Mikhail Chigorin versus Emanuel Schiffers. Their match in St. Petersburg, 1879. Chigorin playing white. He had a very unusual type of style, I would say. Here he plays the Ruy Lopez in the exchange variation. So it's not much. You wouldn't think that this would be what he would play, but he doesn't play in such a dry style. He plays a very interesting attacking chess. Let me get set up over here on my other thing. All right, so get off of there. Get off of there. All right, echo. I need to fix the echo before I start. He plays this move d3, which is I don't know what that's about, but it is what it is, and he's just developing, getting his pieces out. So bishop c5, knight c3. Now I should say that Garry Kasparov's book has the different move order, say playing knight to c3 first and then d3, but I'm not certain that that is correct, because after bishop c5 maybe he could take on e5. I'm not certain, but anyway, let's get back to the actual game. Black pinned, and Chigorin said, I don't want to be in no stinking pen. Plays h3, and it's a trade of pieces. So not too much happening here. Knight e7, knight e2. I don't really understand this move. Maybe he wants to go get on this f5 square. I don't know. Maybe he wants to play c3 d4. I'm not certain what the purpose of this knight e2 is. It's not clear to me. But anyway, let's carry on. Actually, I do kind of have an idea, because he has this interesting attacking strategy here. I think he wants to play g4 and knight to g3. So it's kind of like the attack, like black does this in that what's called the black lion thing, where he does that. I think that's what he wants to do here, because he plays pawn to g4 right now. And so yeah, this is the idea. He wants to hop the knight around like this and just push the pawns, attack the king. Let's see if I got any viewers yet. Yes, I do. I have a viewer. All right, we are cooking on a Sunday night. Queen d7 was played. Not sure why. And then bishop to e3. I don't really care much for this move. Why am I trading this bishop? Why not just knight to g3? But he plays bishop e3. Black says, I don't want to trade. And then another interesting move here. He doesn't block with the pawn. He moves the king out of the way. Leaves this pawn situation like it is and says, you're not going to get at my king anyway. My king is pretty safe. Don't worry, there are training questions coming around the corner. It'll be just in time for my viewers to log in. Okay, so rook on a to d8 was played, and now knight to g3. So yeah, this is why he thought about knight to e2 earlier, I imagine. And the knight's going to look really good on like f5. Could even go to h5, I guess, in some situations. All right, so he plays queen to e6, and now Chigorin says, I'm pushing those pawns. Here come the pawns, baby, running up the board. Black played a5. Well, his play over on the queen side, I believe, is going to be a little too slow, as we can see. So what did Chigorin do? He played rook to g1, lining up for a big attack on the king. And Schiffers said, I'm going to step out of the way. And then here it comes. He plops the knight in there on f5. And Black played g6, said, get out of there, knight. Well, all right, should I make this a training question? I only have one viewer. I don't know if I should or not. I believe, I'm not going to make it a training question, I'll just explain. He played a3, but I don't know if this is necessary. But I believe he can sacrifice the knight right now. As you can see, this is going to be a theme later in the game, this knight sacrifice. I don't really have it in my notes, so let me take a look. See, if he takes the knight, then I believe G takes here. And if the queen goes where? Let's go back here or something. Knight, or sorry, pawn here maybe. Where does the knight go? Goes there. And then queen G3. This looks like a crushing attack. I think he could sacrifice right now. I might have messed something up there in my analysis, but I think he could sacrifice right now. Played A3, bishop D6, and now here you go, your first training question. Hey, pure chess lover, you're just in time for the first training question of the night. It is white to play. How would you continue here as white? It is the famous game Mikhail Chigorin versus Chigorin-Schiffers. I haven't been on in a while, pure chess lover. I was on last night, but I haven't been on in a couple of months. Man, they were just working me like crazy at work, and there was just like no chance to. I had to cut back on something, so cut back on my chess. So I was just getting pounded. But now with the summertime, maybe I can do some more. So what do you think white should play here? If you were watching 5 minutes ago, you would know the answer, pure chess lover. How the heck you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Testing. Let me test my audio. Guess I should have done that beforehand. Trump 2024, he says. He is strictly in the Trump camp. Going for Donald Trump. Not going for Joe Biden. All right, I'm going to make a bold prediction here, pure chess lover. I'm going to make a bold prediction. Joe Biden will not run for president in 2024. The Democrats will nominate somebody else. That's my bold prediction. Maybe that guy, that weirdo from California. What's his name? I forget his name. That's my bold prediction. You heard it here first. Remember this stream and the date that he will not be the nominee. Joe Biden will not be the nominee. Who do you think Trump is going to choose as his running partner? And also, you haven't answered the question, the chess question. Who do you think Trump will pick as his running mate? I predict he's going to pick somebody lame-o again. Probably like Nikki Haley or something lame like that. That would be better for Democrats. Yeah, it would be better for Democrats if Biden doesn't run. They can't run on his record. All they can do is run on the I'm not Trump campaign. Gavin Newsom, that's the dude. That's the dude from California. That's who I predict is going to be. He's going to be the nominee, not Joe Biden. You heard it here first. You're not seeing it on any chat or anywhere. You heard it here first. That's my bold prediction. Anyway, what's the move for white? Should I give it to you? Should I give you the answer here? I'm going to give you the answer. Hey, Resting Forest, H5, you are on the mark there, my friend. Very well done. I don't have my sound effects set up. I should get my sound effects going here. All right, it's going to take forever to get my sound effects going, but you deserve a sound effect for that. If I can find it. Here we go. I'm almost got sound effects set up here. Which one? I lost some of my sound effects.
That's right!
There you go. Nice. Nicely done. H5 is the way to go. If he takes, and I take, and the queen goes away, F6. I looked at a similar variation on the move before. That's how I was so clever. If the knight goes back to G8, queen G3 is crushing. And if he plays rook to G8 to try and give me the knight back, I'll take it. And if he takes, you can step the king out of the way, and it's not 100% winning for white, but it's the computer gave it as like a plus over minus, or maybe it was plus over equals. I don't remember, but I think it was plus over minus. So h5, that would have been a great attacking idea. He had a similar idea in the game. He played king to e2, still sacrificing the knight, and the dude took it. And now this is going to be a short stream. Not a crushing puzzle. It was a crushing puzzle. Sacrificed a knight, man. What are you talking about? Okay, it wasn't a 100% clear-cut win, but I mean, it's better. He's much better. All right. Can't satisfy him. Besides which, I didn't set it up as a puzzle. It's a game. Canmas! We got the whole... It's like the whole hee-haw gang is here, man. The whole party's back together. We got it riding again. All right, so he takes here, and the queen goes back. By the way, queen f6 is not very good because bishop g5, only one safe square for the queen, and then I take a free knight over here. So he goes queen to d7, gets out of the way. And now, what's the best move for white? It's another training question. It's another training question for the gang. So yeah, Camus, I haven't been streaming for a while, like I've been saying. It was buried at work. I just couldn't do it. So maybe this summer I'll be able to. F6 is a good idea. F6, let's see. F6. I think I can go knight to G6. Then I do have H5. No, H5 doesn't work. I think the check here kind of clogs me up. So after knight G6, maybe, I don't know, maybe I stack my rooks somehow and then try and play H5. But it's not the best move, I don't believe. I don't believe it's the best move. It's a good move, not the best move. Been hiding from Uncle Biden? No, Uncle Biden has not been after me recently. I don't think he knows where I'm at. Bishop h7, no need for... Bishop h6, he said, Bishop h6 is correct. Nicely done. Resting Forest is all over it. He knows his classics. By the way, queen g4, also a decent move, threatening mate. And point being, if he plays rook g8, now I can go bishop g5. And bishop f6 is a deadly threat. The problem with queen g4, which is still good, is that black can give back some material with knight takes f5 like this, and white is still better, but black is holding out for a little while. But bishop h6 puts a nail in the coffin, and after rook to g8, please tell me the move now for white. You guys are doing good. Pawn to f6. You really like that move. Pure chess lover really likes this pawn f6 move. I think, again, the problem is he can block the g file like this. And then maybe it's still good, but I think it's a similar situation. If I go h5, he's got this check, maybe. And I'm not clear how I'm getting through. It's black to move anyway, but maybe I don't see the win, but maybe it's still there. Let's say I do nothing. All right, I'm turning stockfish on for you. Turning stockfish on. So after f6. Knight g6, not h5, but h5, but also rook on a to e1 is not good enough. But after h5, knight f4 check, king d2 says queen e6. Not sure. Oh, to round up the pawn, I guess. And after the check, he simply gives up some material like this. And it says it did not work. Interesting. I thought it was stronger than it actually was, but not the move. So, good try. Very good try. I'd have been tempted to play it in a game, but no reason to give away that g6 square. So what does white do? I mean, it was a good try. I had to turn on the computer to refute it, so There you go. Queen h5. Let's take a look at this. Queen h5. All right, I still have Stockfish going, and the computer likes it, not as much as the game move, but likes it. Says the best play is to actually give back some material like before. So this knight sacrifice is, though white is still better here. White is still better after Queen h5. So I want to give you a hint here. I need to maybe check on this diagonal. So the answer is bishop to g5. Ta-da! And bishop f6 is such a deadly threat that he thought he has to give the rook away, which he probably does. All right, takes. And now he plays c5. Kind of just like, I don't know what black's even hoping for here. I guess c4. Bishop c5, though, is not so good because rook h1, queen h5 coming. That looks no good. So he plays c5, and again it was here. Knight g8 and f6, and now he's threatening. Hey, Taco Bell! Best move here is to win. Best move here is to win. Wrestling Forest said we should stack the rooks back here, maybe. Maybe that's an idea too, but I think he'll eat me if I try. Okay, computer likes rook to g4. It's like it's the second best move. And after takey, again, this nasty sacrifice kind of lets black survive, but white's better. But back to the game, bishop g5. This part. All right, and now he's threatening to sacrifice on h7. That would be killing. I'll show you. Just skip a move here. Rook takes, check, take, and mate. That would be killing. So he played bishop to f8, and then he decided to double the rooks. Queen h5 would have been an idea. h6, I guess, is some sort of defense. I guess rook here, but okay, rook h3, good. c4, trying to get some counterplay, desperate to get some counterplay. We're looking at the game Chigorin-Schiffers, St. Petersburg, 1879. Chigorin had like this, I don't know, when I look at his games, he's got like this left-handed way of playing. It's the way I think of it, just kind of like, you know, I can't explain it. It's just, it's not the same as like playing like against a normal guy. And not that I played against him, but just looking through his games. All right, so let's get on. Wait a minute here. Oh, I'm over my 15-minute mark, so this is going to be perfect. So he played rook on a to h1, threatening mate. By the way, you don't want to take that guy. Why would you do this? So he played rook on a to h1. He takes check, take. h6, trying to keep it blocked up. And here I looked at this for a while, and the computer's best move, strangely enough, is king to f1. King to f1 is the top move of the computer. In the game, he played g6, which keeps it blocked a little bit. But why king f1? So I think, it took me a long time looking at this, I think because black kind of like would go something like this. I gave just black a couple of moves in a row there, and then check, and then if I come this way, he's taking this pawn with check, and if I come this way, it's just a draw. So I think that's the way that's why the computer likes this king f1. Chigorin didn't find it. I would have never found it. It's like a computer doing computer things, but that is the crushing best move, king to f1, strangely enough. But Chigorin played more. Chigorin washed. Chigorin played g6. After f takes g6, f7. All right. Now, the best move here is actually queen to d4, giving back the knight, and then maybe come back and try and protect the pawn. The white's still much better there. He played knight to e7, looks natural. And here you go, the final training question. Really odd move. Yeah, I looked at that when the computer was recommending it, and I'm like, I don't get it. And even after, it took me a while to look around to figure out what the heck's the computer thinking here. Still not sure I'm correct on that. But anyway, it's the final combination for white. You can get it. You can get this. You can get this. Hold on. Getting ready with my Paul Stanleys. What the heck's going on over here? I didn't just knock myself off the internet, did I? Get up here, you. Okay, close that, close that. Oh, there I am. Still there. All right, what's the move for white? What is the move for white? Queen f6 check is winning. I'll give you full credit for that. Give you full credit for that, because after this... all right, I got Stockfish going, and he says queen to g5 here. So it's still winning, because if you go king to g7, check, etc. But there's a little bit quicker way. I'll give you full credit for that, though. That's a still a crushing blow. I mean, one rook got to be sacked at some point, says Resting Forest. You got it. Canmas, you got it. Yes. Can I do this? I don't remember how to do my sound effect. I got the Paul Stanley. Where's the sound effect? Oh, for crying out loud. Sound effect, Paul Stanley. Okay. All right, that was actually Roger Daltrey and not Paul Stanley. So, hope I didn't offend him. So let me get this straight. Sound effect with, you can tell I haven't done this in a couple of months. Sound effect with Paul Stanley. Let me get him off. All right. Never mind, I'm messing up my sound effects, but it's good enough. Rook takes, hey, GM Smurfette. Here you go. You just walked in just in time to see the grand finale. Rook takes h6, check. All right, bishop takes. Get off there, Paul Stanley. All right. And then check. Promote with a check. The bishop's pinned. It can't take. The rook takes. Queen takes, check. Knight blocks. Rook takes check, and you got to give up the queen on the next move. So Chigorin-Schiffers resigned, and Chigorin won a classic game. And there you go. Games from history. How you doing, GM Smurfette? Haven't seen you in a while. All right, so that was the game Chigorin-Schiffers, and then hopefully I can do another game tomorrow night. I've been looking at classic games lately, so that's why I've been doing classic games on the stream the last couple of nights. I might do one tomorrow night too. I just kind of like in the mood to look at classic games. I like looking at classic games. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and I hope to see you tomorrow night. So until that time, adios.